just about finished. So this is the last lesson that you'll need to know for the Unit 1 lecture exam. And so this is going to be lesson 23 on electromagnetic induction. And you should recognize what that thing is. So that is an electrical generator, right? So it generates electricity. So this is going to be found in chapter 25 of your textbook, sections 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then section 7. All right, first you got to know the difference between AC and DC. So AC is alternating current and DC is direct current. So in direct current, both the voltage and the current do not change with time. With AC, they do. So the voltage and the current sometimes get large, sometimes they get negative, sometimes they get positive, sometimes they get negative again. And they're doing it at a certain frequency. And normally the frequency is 60 hertz. We'll talk more about what do we mean by frequency in the next series of lessons. Okay, how do you make DC electricity is with a battery. Okay, and then how do you make AC electricity is with a generator. Now you can also, once the AC is made with the generator, you can transform it into DC by using certain circuit elements, and then you could also transform DC into AC by using circuit elements, but we're not going to get into that. Advantages and disadvantages. So watch my video on this, know the advantage of DC electricity and then the disadvantage of it, and then the advantage of AC and the disadvantage of AC. Okay, then you've got the electromagnetic force. Don't worry about it. Not going to be on the exam, but you should know that the electromagnetic force is the electrical force, this one up here, plus the magnetic force. So when you put the two forces together, you get the electromagnetic force. So there could be a question using this equation. There could be a question using this equation, but not one where you have to put the two equations together. All right, now we talked extensively on how you can make magnetism and then also how you can make electricity. So the first column over there is magnetism can be made with electrical current. If you run electrical current through a coil, it then makes a magnetic field. So electric current I makes magnetism. Okay, then we also found out that if you've got a coil, so here's your coil, and then you take a magnet and you take the magnet and you move it in and out of the coil, it creates, it's going to create electricity. So the one over here is that electricity makes magnetism. The one that's on this side over here is magnetism can make electricity. Well, another name for electricity would be the electric field, because the electric field is what pushes the electrical charges in the wire. So another thing we could say is that a changing magnetic field makes the electric field. Okay, then the one that's in the middle is the opposite of this one. A changing electric field makes magnetism. So there's two different ways of making magnetism. An electric current can make magnetism, but also a changing electric field can make magnetism. But there's only one way of making the electric field, and that is with a changing magnetic field. Okay, then let's take a break. And when we come back, we will talk about applications of electromagnetism.